time for a Christmas tradition started on this show by a very young television chef 25 years ago.
Richard, would you care to introduce him?
And today it's Phil Vickery on the yearly challenge facing the poor cook, keeping the turkey tender, succulent and moist.
Right, first thing to do is to set the oven, OK? Gas 6 to 7. We'll come back to that later because it's quite important. Now, spoon the wine and water mixture into the tray and over the top of the turkey. The next part is really important. I'm going to cover it. And here I've got a double layer of foil. Make sure the foil is securely wrapped around the tray and there are no gaps under the rim.
The great thing was all kitchens were that colour back then, weren't they?
Totally.
Every single kitchen in the world was that colour.
I'm not baffled. I'm just thinking,
kitchen was that colour.
how many turkeys do you think you've actually made in your lifetime?
Thousands.
Thousands.
But I want that hair.
You want it back? Aww.
Right, here we go.
I think you look better now.
Here it is. Now, listen, I've got to say to you, OK, 25 years on this morning, but professionally, I've been cooking it this way 44 years.
Really?
Young 18-year-old, yeah. And
Unbelievable.
wherever I went, we did it this way. And it's the only way. People say to me, oh, we do this. Some people wrap it in a wet pillow and roast it in an Arga for 3 million years.
Yeah. This
This is the only way. And honestly, it's really simple. So what I thought we'd do today was just concentrate on the turkey and the gravy. So we can have a bit of a chat, so there's no rush.
No stress.
Right. First thing I need to say is, normally we'd do a 5-kilo turkey. This year, I've made a 4-kilo turkey, which will feed 12 to 14 people, no problem. Now, reducing that 1 kilo, average is £10 saving.
Oh, brilliant.
By just reducing it by 1 kilo. I read
Can it really serve that many people?
Oh, of course it can.
Yeah,
But in one sitting?
Yes.
But you want
the next
leftovers,
day.
right?
I read a stat recently that said about between 15 and 20% of turkey gets wasted anyway.
It does.
People don't eat it.
That is
straight
so
away.
true. Do you not notice?
No turkey's ever wasted in my house.
Oh, right, fair enough. You do a nice curry afterwards.
I do a soup.
Oh, nice.
And then leftovers.
All right, let's do this turkey masterclass.
Here it is. Here's the bird. So this is... You've already seen the video. I don't know why I'm doing it again. But there we are. Here's 4-kilo turkey. Now, in the base here, I've put a quarter of onions, carrots, a bit of celery, whatever you want in there. Now, that just adds to the flavour. So when we're making a proper gravy, as we're going to do later, this is how you make gravy.
And do you put bay leaf in that as well?
I do indeed, but it's up to you whether to stuff the turkey or not. The recipe on the website, I use Christmas cake, which is that one there. Christmas cake as the fruit filling, rather than putting extra fruit into it. It's very, very simple. But the sweetness is there. Now, as a young chef, we used to have a separate stuffing for the neck and separate stuffing for the cavity. So there's always 2 different types of stuff.
Why is that? Why is that?
It was just tradition. That's the way we did it. Anyway, so whether you stuff that or not is completely up to you. If you do stuff the bird, it'll probably take about 20 to 30 minutes extra to get the heat through. But don't worry, because it will cook eventually.
Does it add to it, like stuffing in the bird as opposed to out the bird?
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think, if you think you've got onions and garlic and fruit, and it all just goes into
and then the turkey juices go into
the stuffing as well. Yeah.
So, 5-kilo turkey, root vegetables. Here's the thing. 2 pints of water, or 1.5 litres of water, white wine or grape juice, as the video says. It's up to you.
It doesn't matter, because there's not going to be no alcohol in there, is there?
You don't have to. You don't have to put it in. I just put it in because I think...
No, but like the alcohol will steam off, presumably, won't it?
No, it doesn't, actually. Even if you're boiling a pan of alcohol, there'll still be a tiny residual piece.
Really?
Yeah, so people... It's a bit of a myth.
But also, you've always got about 0.5 alcohol in your bloodstream. If you have
You might have.
Well, no, but if you have an overripe banana, that's got alcohol in your bloodstream. Yeah.
Right. Wine goes in. Again, it's up to you. You don't have to do that. If you don't use the wine, then add extra water. I chuck bay leaves in. I'm not really quite sure why, because I always did it. With that much flavour, really, would you notice? I'm not sure. Here's the kicker. I've used 2 stock cubes, any one you like, one in one side, one in the other, and you then turn on the stove, OK? And you get that to a boil.
Oh, you're going to boil up that
You boil it on the stove. Now, if you don't have a tray or a gas stove or electric stove, or you've got induction, then you just boil the water and the wine and put it on.
Got ya.
It will actually increase the cooking time by about 20 minutes to half an hour, because what the key is what that needs to be boiling. So
you want it bubbling.
Yes. Okay. So parchment. Now this is the only difference from the original recipe. I do that because it stops the skin coming off sometimes when it's on the foil.
Oh yeah, that
and
happens.
presentation,
it's so
it can be a real pain. And as the video says, double layer of foil.
Double.
And it goes. If you have a look at the video while I'm doing this.
Well, let's have a look at some of the greatest hits of foil.
And then this is the real key thing. Now, what you must do, make sure the foil is securely wrapped around the tray. This part here, around this lip, and this is the point here. You've got to really important. This is the real key thing. Make sure this is really.
This is the important.
This is the most important point here. That's the most important thing about this recipe. This is the most important point. I can't stress this enough. Scrunch that down as tight as you can.
We thought we did greatest hits of foil there.
But here's the most important part of this recipe. That if it's not sealed, and that's boiling, so you bring that to the boil and you listen for 5 minutes. The oven is set...
What are we listening for?
Hang on. The oven is set for 200 degrees centigrade, hot. Once that heat is boiling for 5 minutes, you've got that initial heat going in. That goes in the oven at 200. OK? That means that as soon as that's cooking there, it will carry on cooking there. If that's not hot enough, it drops the temperature.
Got ya.
It just prolongs the cooking time. Anyway, so 5 minutes boiling in the oven, 1.5 hours to 1 hour 45 minutes. That's it. Because you've got that steam. But steam's very hot.
Can I just ask,
Yes, you
we
can.
put the foil on after we've boiled or before?
No, before, and then turn it on, you
And
can
you've
give
got
it
to
bubbling.
trust it. OK, fine.
Because it's not going to burn, because there's water in there or
Yeah.
liquid. In the oven. For an hour and a half, perhaps up to 2 hours. At the 2 hour mark, take off the foil, probe it. Pretty much it's good. It will be hot, guarantee, as long as it's boiling at that point, and that's sealed. Then you turn the oven up as hot as it can go, right up, and then you use a bit of butter, OK, or oil on the turkey itself.
Oh, yeah, this is going to crispy it up, isn't
You
it?
then tip off the liquid,
Here's the thing.
which is here.
Oh, look at all that.
So this is what you get. This is what you get coming out of this. You've got a beautiful vegetable. So you can see that shot there.
This is
my
good.
gra- that's my gravy.
Now-
This is going towards the gravy masterclass,
It is.
isn't it?
But I serve these vegetables. Don't throw them away.
Yeah.
They are absolutely
Delicious.
delicious. I love boiled onions
Yeah.
anyway. So what you do, you tip that into there. You keep all them lovely juices. OK? And then put that into a pan, this one here, and just bring it to the boil.
Right.
The flavour is fantastic. I can't tell you enough, that
Really?
flavour profile. Now, going back to the turkey, once that's browned, OK, probably take half an hour, 20 minutes. So you look at 2.5 hours in total.
What if
Go on, fire away.
I'm like a massive brown meat fan, right? So
Yeah.
I like to like the dark
You want
meat.
it
So,
dark?
Cool.
but I like it also crispy.
Cool.
So if it's crispy enough, do I turn it over?
Yes.
For that?
So you tip it over, and then you brown the top, and brown the bottom as well. Bear in mind, as long as you butter or oil it, it will come crispy. Because you've steamed it, it won't be as crispy as you put it into a barbecue, which I sometimes do in the winter as well. It won't be in crispy because it's in a box in the oven, because you steamed it.
Yeah.
But the counteract to that is that you get a beautifully moist turkey.
Is it going to be moist? Definitely moist.
Absolutely. So, when that comes out the oven, give it 2.5 hours.
Coming out.
Probe it.
I know.
And then, this is another key thing to say. I cooked this one earlier on. Now, put your hand on there.
How long's it been there for?
Hang on. Feel that.
Boiling.
Right, lift that off. Now feel it. That has been out of the oven for 45 minutes.
No.
And that just shows you on the side, covered
Covered.
in there.
Hey,
That's
Phil,
so
one
good.
thing you have to get with this is
Go on
a
then.
massive big foil, right? You've got to get a good size foil.
You can,
correct?
but you can also get 2 lots and obviously overlap them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you need to make sure it's sealed. Right, back on this gravy. So here, so this has been boiling now. As you can see, that's the juices come out of there. And what I do is I use a corn flour or a starch, arrowroot, that sort of thing. Just mix it up. And here's the key. So we spoke about those ones earlier. They were a bit gloopy. That's because they used too much starch to hold it. So I just put a little bit of the starch into there. Not
I
a
don't
lot.
want no gloop.
Don't want any gloop, but I want it's a very fine line between.
Yeah.
See, that to me is perfect. I don't like it too thick. But if
Now,
you
would
look,
you need a stock cube in that at all?
no, because you put them in here to start with.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 'cause
Now,
it's
if I
all
just
in
show you
there.
that, see, look, that's what we're after.
It's like a nice soup.
Yeah, but I don't want it claggy.
No.
No.
Okay. Now, if you haven't got corn
And
flour,
you don't want it too watery either, I suppose.
no, you don't. So my mum used to boil her vegetables and put that as a gravy, put it in the mix. It needs to be thickened to give it a bit of body. Now, if you haven't got starch, you can use a few of these. These are just gravy granules, whichever one's got anyway.
Are they basically the same thing?
Yeah, just put them in.
Have they got starch in them?
They have got starch, but also they're quite salty.
Right.
Then you only add the salt at the end.
Careful. Yeah.
We'll come back to that in a second while it's boiling. So, here's the reveal. So this has been cooking and resting.
I think it's honestly my favourite cook of the year when we do this.
Oh, my
at that.
goodness, look at that.
Now, you'll see that
Looks
colour.
lovely.
You'll see that colour. If I just... look, they just come off.
Oh, my mum used to love the wing.
Yeah, me too.
Do you like the wing?
So I was going to show you this here. So I'm going to literally... I haven't cut this. If I just cut that open...
Oh, it looks lovely.
And I tip that
Oh,
over...
that gravy, there's still more
Sorry,
gravy at the bottom.
I was going to say, what do you do with the juice there? Do you put that
All
in the
that
gravy?
goes in the gravy as well, right?
Yeah.
Don't waste it. So if I just cut a bit more of that, you'll see...
I'm going to try it.
Hang on now.
nice.
We've got to get your gravy.
Oh, no, I want
to...
I just want to...
hungry.
I want to feel the quality of the turkey just
Right.
first.
So the gravy.
Oh, my God.
Let me
Wahoo!
get in there.
Try that,
Careful,
Mark.
guys. So This is what we're after. Look.
So it's lovely and I like that runny
Look at
gravy.
that. All the bits are in there. Look at that.
It's very thin, but I like it.
I prefer it thin. You can add more to it. It's up to you. But it's about the flavour.
So tasty.
It's about the flavour.
Yeah, what you need to do, if you want to reduce it a bit further down, a bit more starch, it's up to you. I like a lighter gravy. It's really completely
It's
up
the fact
to
that
you.
the turkey is so succulent and delicious.
Isn't it? Because
and
it
it's
works.
cooked.
Now, the next day, one of the biggest hits I've ever had on my website was the leftover pie. That was everything that was left. Potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, turkey, thickened gravy in the tray, pastry on top. Bang. It works.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Dun, dun,
Gravy.
dun,
25 years.
dun, dun,
25 years.
dun, dun,
Let's give him a
dun,
hug.
dun,
25
We
years.
love you.
There you go.
You
That
are
is
the Rocky
amazing.
Balboa.
It's the only way. Trust me.
25 years.
Am I
of
allowed to
saving them.
phone you on the day,
Yes.
just in case I need
How many
any
people
help?
call you on the day?
Quite a few. In actual fact, Frankie Dettori once.
Oh, my goodness.
I
Well,
have,
listen,
to be fair.
if you want the details of all these recipes, Phil's recipes, you know where to go. It's This Morning. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.